This is the story of the Carolina wren who built a nest in my studio. Because it gets hot in the room, I tend to leave the window open, and somehow this inquisitive little bird found its way not only inside, but all the way to my overturned tambourine on a shelf on the wall. After noticing small pieces of twigs and leaves on the ground and on my equipment, I looked up and discovered a nest. A few days later, there were 4 eggs inside. I checked on the mama bird, and she faithfully laid in the eggs every night. The most amazing part was that she seemed not to be disturbed by the noise in the room or human presence. Then, late on the night of June 9th, we heard a very tiny chirping noise and discovered 2 eggs had hatched, 1 egg was left, and unfortunately the 4th egg was gone. Here the babies are about 2 inches. On the second night, all 3 eggs had hatched. Each time the mama bird left, I filmed them, and I was even able to pick up the nest and move it for optimal viewing, being very careful to only touch the tambourine. Every night I checked, and there she was, laying on her babies. So I decided to make a documentary filming the birds' daily progress and see if they would find their way out of the nest when it was time. Each time they heard a noise, they were prompted to open their beaks for food.
I can't believe my birds have been charging now. Their eyes are open. See, they're looking for food. Oh my God! Yeah, I saw them. You sent Dad that. They were moving them out yesterday. Was there 3?
Here you can get an idea of just how small they are, with my hand parallel to the opening of the nest. Also, on day 5 and 6, the sheaths for their feathers started growing in on their wings and down their back. Now that they were warm enough to stay alone, the mother stopped sleeping in the nest with them.
Oh, you are so cute, little birdie. Oh, you're so amazing. Looking right at me. Aw, you're so cute.
She made several trips a day for food. Now here you can really see the brown feathers coming in, and the babies are starting to look more like wrens. She started increasing her feeding trips, and I saw her every hour. She wasn't the least bit fazed by the camera I had set up about 12 inches away from the nest. They stretched their wings and moved around to make room for themselves inside the nest. Each day, they became more interested in the outside world. I feel lucky to have been able to witness a miracle of nature that few people get to see so close up. Any day now, they should be hopping out for the very first time. Finally, on the day of the 14th, they hopped out and entered the world. They explored the room. One took straight off out the window, and the other two decided to take a detour behind a chair. The mother came back to check on them and realized that they were gone and called out to them. Then they found the window and started searching for a way out. It wasn't long after that the second one took off and joined its parents outside. Finally, the mother bird came back in to coax the last one out, and they all took off together to be a family of Carolina wrens. Of course, I'd like to think it was the music that drew the bird into the room, but whatever it was, I'm thankful it blessed me by building its nest in the one little spot that it found in my tambourine.